Hello, and welcome to Primary News Cedar Grove Edition. I'm Connor.
And I'm Faith, and we're your hosts for tonight. On tonight's episode, we will share some recent and upcoming events from the home of the Patriots. Stay tuned. Primary News will start in 2 minutes.
I used to have a goat. Where did it go? It went to a family who really needed it. You see, giving a family an animal is like giving them a business. The wool, milk, eggs all turn into income for medicine, school, clothing, a better home, a sustainable livelihood. Soon, the family is passing on the gift of the animal's offspring to another family who does the same and on until the whole community is lifted out of poverty. That is where my goat went, and that's why you give to Heifer International.
Welcome back to Primary News Cedar Grove Edition. I'm Connor. Educating children is one of the most admirable professions, and Cedar Grove takes great pride in our teaching staff who are dedicated to seeing all students succeed. Therefore, we would like to begin the show congratulating this year's Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Palin, and Educational Services Professional, Mrs. Higgins. Let's watch a video clip from Stephanie and Anna interviewing these extraordinary staff members.
Hi, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Anna.
And we're here today interviewing Mrs. Higgins.
And Mrs. Palin.
So, Ms. Higgins, when did you begin working as a paraprofessional at Cedar Grove?
Well, I started my career 19 years ago, and I was fortunate enough to be at Cedar Grove the entire 19 years, so I'm really very happy. This is a wonderful school to be at.
Mrs. Palin, when did you start teaching at Cedar Grove?
I started teaching 11 years ago at Cedar Grove. I spent my first 10 years at first grade here, and this is my first year in kindergarten, and it's very exciting.
I know you work with autistic children. What do you enjoy most about working with these children?
The thing I enjoy most is watching their progress. When we first get them, and then looking at their accomplishments by the time they leave. They're normally with us 3, sometimes 4 years, and during that time I'm kind of a nurturing person, so I do nurture them and become quite attached. So it's bittersweet when they leave. I do miss them.
What inspired you to become a teacher?
I have a brother who is much younger than me, 12 years younger, and watching him grow up, I became very inspired to work with children. I loved working with him and having him learn new things, and it really gave me an inspiration to want to work with young children and pass on that love of learning to more children.
Ms. Higgins, how did you feel when you found out that you were chosen as the Educational Services Professional of the Year?
Well, I had absolutely no idea I was even being considered for it. I was shocked when I heard Mr. Ryan announce my name over the PA system. I didn't even know what was going on. So it certainly was I was very surprised, and it was quite an honor to achieve this award.
Mrs. Palin, I remember many fun lessons in your first grade class. What are you enjoying most about working with kindergartners now?
I would have to say what I'm enjoying most about kindergarten is really the expressions on their faces when they realize how smart they are, what they're learning. They're really passionate about what they're doing, and it feels so good inside to see them learning something new and realizing how smart they are. It really feels good, and so it's really a highlight of my day to be doing that.
What goals do you want to achieve while working here?
I guess my biggest goal is to see the children achieve as much success as they possibly can on any of their goals, self-help, social interaction, and academics. I think that I try to make a positive impact on them, and they certainly made a positive impact on my life over the years.
Mrs. Palin, what are some of your favorite subjects or activities you do with your class?
I would have to say working in kindergarten, my favorite activity is when we work in centers. We do a lot of center learning this year, and that's new for me since we didn't do too much of that in first grade. So it's really fun to be working in small groups with the children, setting them up in centers around the room, watching them being independent on their own, and then working with my own small group. That's really exciting to see them blossom since the beginning of the year.
Ms. Higgins, is there a motto or life quote you live by?
I just think you should be kind, considerate of others, and be respectful.
How did you feel about being chosen for Teacher of the Year?
I as well was very surprised to hear my name being announced over the loudspeaker. I was completely stunned, and I felt really good about it because there are so many amazing teachers in this building. We all work so hard every day to help our children, and we all bring so much to the table in terms of our teaching. So there are so many teachers deserving of this honor. So I was extremely overwhelmed and honored to be chosen this year.
Cedar Grove is full of school spirit. Students and staff are always creating fun ways to celebrate various holidays and events throughout the year. It's a way to foster a positive school culture and climate and promote patriot pride.
February was no exception. February 5th was Wear Your Favorite Team Jersey Day to build Super Bowl excitement. February 10th saw the hallways decorated with hundreds of hearts labeled with reasons we love school. February 12th was Dress Your Best Day in honor of Valentine's Day. On February 19th, everyone was seeing spots as we celebrated 101 days of school dressed as Dalmatians. What fun!
It's time for another short break. When we return, we will share how a special visitor came to the Grove to get the students excited about reading. Don't go away.
I knew I needed help paying for college. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I used to make worksheets for my friends to do. No one ever wanted to come over. My guidance counselor told me about federal student aid, and my mom helped me fill out the free application. I got the grants and loans that made school possible. There is a way to pay for school. You just have to find it. My name is Caitlin. I'm going to be a special education teacher. I'm going to live my dream.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To serve people you've never met? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back. You're watching the Cedar Grove edition of Primary News. Before the break, we told you about a special visitor that came to the Cedar Grove on February 18th. Here's a hint. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play, so we sat in the house all that cold, wet day. Who is it, you ask? It's the Cat in the Hat.
The visit was sponsored by the New Jersey Educators Association, and this assembly was a perfect kickstart to our annual Read Across America Literacy Celebration on March 2nd. The birthday of Dr. Seuss. This program gets students excited about reading, and to build up the event, Cedar Grove has a fun-filled Dr. Seuss theme week beginning on February 29th.
Each day, the students and the staff wore appropriate outfits to coordinate with a different Dr. Seuss book. Monday was Fox and Socks Day, Tuesday was Cat in the Hat Day, Wednesday was Wacky Wednesday, Thursday was Lorax Day, and Friday was Dress as your favorite character from any book. In addition, each day a mystery reader shared a passage from the designated books and revealed at the end of the day.
Now it's time to introduce you to a program that promotes good trust, respect, and good judgment while teaching skills to create positive relationships and combat bullying. The brainchild of one of our Cedar Grove parents, the program known as AIE, began as a lunchtime recreational get-together for the third grade girls to build self-esteem and self-confidence. It has since transitioned to including 4th and 5th graders and now meets once a month.
In addition, the program now has a male counterpart for 4th and 5th grade boys known as Hero. It is overseen by Principal Ryan as well as Officer Mike and Officer Ron of the Toms River Police Department. In both programs, the mentors do various activities to foster trust, battle discrimination, inspire acts of kindness, and role-play situations to teach right and wrong. We are so fortunate to have such a wonderful program to build good character.
It's time for another short break. Up next is Curriculum Corner. Please stay tuned. Primary News will be right back.
Mini bar's right over there. Phone if you need to use it. Bed. And what is that? Oh, that's a double chin. The guy who checked out must have lost it just snacking on fruits and vegetables. Have a good stay.
Cans, water bottles, and clothes. These forms of aid cost more to ship than you think. Cash donations provide immediate and effective relief to those who need it, without the shipping costs. If we all do our part, together, we can provide help across the world. To learn more, check out CIDI.org.
Welcome back to Primary News. I'm Faith. In tonight's Curriculum Corner, we will highlight all of the wonderful ways our teachers are bringing lessons to life. Kindergarten is busy exploring through centers. During center time, the students are learning using hands-on materials. This fun learning approach gives the children an opportunity to explore in centers such as math, literacy, fine motor, writing, science, and art. Our kindergartners are learning while playing through this dynamic teaching style.
Our first graders are working in guided reading groups and reading independently in various genres. They especially enjoy the folk tales and nonfiction stories. They are writing personal narratives and revise and edit their work with partners. The students love sharing their personal experiences on paper and with their classmates. In maths, the students are learning basic math facts through fun games such as 10 frame, top it, and roll a double. The first graders were also excited to learn about interesting facts about the 5 groups of animals and the life cycles of frogs, birds, and mammals. Lastly, social studies focused on 2 American heroes who helped our country, President Washington and President Lincoln.
Our second graders students are comparing and contrasting important points in 2 texts and explaining how specific images clarify a text. Students are looking for words with different spelling options from their word sorts and putting them in their word study notebooks. In math, students are learning how to use an open number line to solve addition and subtraction word problems. And in writing, students participated in a Shared the Research and Writing project on an important African American in history, using the Chromebooks and other resources to gather their information.
It's time for another break. When we return, we will see what our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders are studying. Please stay tuned. Primary News will be right back after this.
This is a message from HUD, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Can you afford your home loan? Could your mortgage payment increase in a few months to something you can't afford? Hi, I'm Ruby D. If you're not sure you can continue to make your mortgage payments, call a government-approved housing counselor in your community for free and confidential help. Keep your home. Know your loan. Call today.
Call 877-HUD-1515. That's 877-HUD-1515 or go to HUD.gov.
Mini bar's right over there. Phone if you need to use it. Bed.
And what is that?
Oh, that's a double chin. The guy who checked out must have lost it just snacking on fruits and vegetables. Have a good stay.
Welcome back to the Curriculum Corner of Primary News. The third grade classes at Cedar Grove are working hard on reading nonfiction texts. In the month of February, which is Black History Month, the students have researched and written reports on famous African Americans. In math, they are studying their multiplication, fractions, and finding area and perimeter. Lastly, the students are brainstorming, discussed, and planned for an exciting STEM project that involved creating a habitat and creature that is camouflaged from view.
In reading, the fourth grade classes are starting a unit on inventions. They are learning about the various inventors and the inventions that catapulted the United States into the age of discovery. In math, students are solving multi-step word problems, learning area and perimeter formulas, and decomposing fractions. Science continues with our exploration of planets and as students research the solar system. In writing, the students are composing narratives and editing their work with their partners. And lastly, social studies brings the students to the 5 regions of the United States.
There are tons of fun activities happening in 5th grade. The students are playing multiplication top it. They pick cards to determine the numbers that they will multiply together. The player with the highest product wins all the cards. Our current unit in math has the students working with place value and decimals, coordinate grids, and reading. Our unit is science fiction. The students will be reading The City of Ember by Gina Dopra. Students will be writing narrative stories with science fiction twist. In addition, 5th grade has been using NewsELA and reading A2Z.com to read articles connected to science and social studies.
It's time to pause again for a brief commercial break, but don't go away. Still to come is information on Digital Learning Day and our Maker Space segment that has our patriots excited about technology. We'll be right back after this.
I knew I needed help paying for college. I've always wanted to be a teacher. I used to make worksheets for my friends to do. No one ever wanted to come over. My guidance counselor told me about federal student aid, and my mom helped me fill out the free application. I got the grants and loans that made school possible. There is a way to pay for school. You just have to find it. My name is Caitlin. I'm going to be a special education teacher. I'm going to live my dream.
What's it like when you hear your calling? Will you ignore it? Or will you listen? What if it calls you to go halfway around the world? To serve people you've never met? What will you do when you hear your calling? Peace Corps, life is calling. How far will you go?
Welcome back. Did you know Digital Learning Day was started in 2012 as a way to share innovative practices to ensure that all children have access to high-quality digital learning opportunities? On February 17th, our music and technology classes participated in Kahoot via Periscope. A second grade class in the Tech Lab used Periscope to share the projected Kahoot screen with another second grade class in the music room. Distance between these rooms did not prevent these classes from testing their knowledge of Dr. Seuss. Lego structures were also created by technology classes to celebrate Digital Learning Day. Third graders designed many unique and fabulous creations using the Build with Chrome website. Also, our 4th and 5th grade classes have been creating collaborative presentations using Google Slides. It is always a wonderful experience working with friends.
Technology makes learning so much fun. Have you tried Makey Makey? Our music classes have been creating a virtual piano. Makey Makey is an invention kit that can turn everyday objects into touchpads. The students use Play-Doh with the kit and MakeyMakey.com to try some simple circuit challenges. Let's watch our 5th graders in action.
I'm sorry.
All right, you got the circuit?
Yeah.
Ready? Go.
We're making it. It works.
Good job.
When you're doing it for like 3 hours. Let me try. Here, let me do it. No, he did.
What song was this? Wait, no. Wait, this is here.
Let me hear it.
Connor, you don't Stop.
Please mark your calendars for March 18th through 19th to participate in New Jersey's Maker's Day at the Ocean County Library. For more information, go to NewJerseyMakersDay.org.
Also, at the library during the month of March, check out the Youth Art Month display showcasing students' artwork from all grade levels throughout the district.
Well, that wraps up tonight's edition of Primary News. Remember, if you have any stories you would like us to cover or you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to the Interschool Mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch this show, as we bring you stories from around the district. You can also view our website at www.trschools.com/TV21.
On behalf of Cedar Grove Elementary, I'm Connor.
And I'm Faith. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Go Patriots! Stay classy.
ARGROVE. We're Cedar Grove, and we're here to say that great things happen here every day. We try our best and give our all. We pick each other up whenever we fall.